Reading to Find the Compass of Life: An Introduction to Ernest Hemingway's Short Stories Collection. This article is written for those who have not yet discovered the joy of reading or find books difficult and distant. Often, when we think of knowledge and culture, we imagine something complex and grand, which can diminish our confidence. However, knowledge and culture are not the exclusive property of a few. They naturally emerge as we gain deeper understanding of life, broaden our perspective of the world, and ultimately understand ourselves better. And the most effective way to begin this journey is through reading. Today, I would like to introduce a book that can serve as a remarkable guide for your first steps: Ernest Hemingway's Short Stories Collection. You may think, Hemingway, Nobel Prize winner. That's going to be too difficult, but you're mistaken. On the contrary, his writing is surprisingly concise and clear, leading even readers with little experience into his literary world. Hemingway's short stories, like a quiet stream, flow with a simplicity that belies their depths, carrying powerful messages that linger. 1. Ernest Hemingway, the writer who translated life into words. Ernest Hemingway, 1899–1961, is regarded as one of the greatest writers of the 20th century. His life itself was like a novel. He served as an ambulance driver in World War I, where he sustained injuries, and worked as a war correspondent during the Spanish Civil War. He hunted in Africa and fished in the Caribbean, facing the tumultuous seas with courage. These dynamic and adventurous experiences are vividly reflected in his literary works. Hemingway was not merely recounting his experiences. He focused on the most fundamental moments of life, how individuals respond and make choices in extreme situations. His characters are often lonely and wounded, yet possess strong will and dignity. They confront life's absurdities and pain, and even when they face defeat, they persist without giving up. These characters offer readers deep empathy and the courage to live their own lives. Hemingway's writing style was unique and innovative. He stripped away unnecessary adjectives and excessive emotion, delivering core ideas with brevity and clarity. This is often referred to as the iceberg theory. Just as a visible iceberg is only 10% of its entire mass, Hemingway's writing appears simple on the surface but contains profound meanings and emotional depth beneath. This restrained yet powerful style encourages readers to read between the lines, discover their own meanings, and provoke deeper contemplation. 2. Hemingway's Short Stories Collection. The stories contained within. Hemingway's short stories collection is filled with brief yet powerful tales, like precious gems. Each story is independent but collectively explores universal themes: life and death, love and loss, courage and despair, and humanity's connection with nature. Let's explore a few representative stories to glimpse the world Hemingway creates. A. Reflections on life's pain, loss, and loneliness. A clean, well-lighted place. A brief story featuring an elderly man and two waiters unfolds at night. Watching a lonely old man drink at a clean, well-lit cafe, the waiters dismiss him as an annoyance. However, one waiter begins to understand the old man's loneliness and recognizes his own need for a clean, well-lit place amid the darkness of nothingness. This story poignantly captures human loneliness and the yearning for a sanctuary against existential emptiness. Through it, we confront the truth that sometimes, finding solace in even nothingness can be profoundly comforting. Indian camp. Young Nick Adams accompanies his father, a doctor, to an Indian camp and witnesses a birth and a tragic event. Nick experiences the cruelty and beauty of the world simultaneously. The story starkly reveals life's harsh realities while subtly highlighting human dignity and fragility. Through Nick's innocent eyes, readers indirectly encounter the complex emotions adults face and share in the shock of life's darker side. B. Courage and dignity in the face of life's struggles. The snows of Kilimanjaro. A writer named Harry lies injured near Mount Kilimanjaro, awaiting death while reflecting on his life. Tormented by regrets and self-blame, memories of unwritten stories, moments of compromise, and a life he truly wished to live flash before him. This story raises profound questions about how we evaluate our lives at death's door and what values we should pursue. It reminds us that true courage is not merely physical strength but also the inner resilience to confront our weaknesses. The killer's two hired killers visit a small-town diner intending to kill boxer Ole. Ole is aware of the threat but makes no resistance, simply waiting for his fate. Hemingway depicts with calm detachment the diverse human responses to resignation, destiny, and violence. Amid life's absurdities and the helplessness of existence, some individuals exhibit grace under pressure by accepting their fate with dignity. C. Connection with nature, healing, and inner maturity. Big Two-Hearted River young Nick Adams returns home from the war, wounded both physically and emotionally. Through fishing, he gradually heals his inner wounds and seeks peace in nature's order. This story illustrates how humans recover from loss and suffering and regain balance in life. By focusing on small, immediate tasks rather than complex thoughts, Nick finds mental peace. This resonates deeply with modern life, offering a model for coping with stress and finding clarity. In addition to these, Hemingway's short stories collection features many characters and their tales. Despite the varied settings and characters, these stories ultimately pose universal questions about being human. Reading them, you'll alternate between sorrow, anger, and discovering small hopes. 3. Lessons Hemingway's short stories offer you. Now, I'd like to discuss what this book might teach you. Hemingway's writing goes beyond reading, it provides valuable lessons. Broadens your perspective. Hemingway's stories reveal diverse lives and their struggles. By experiencing their joys and sorrows indirectly, you can understand both yourself and others better. You'll recognize the variety of life and the struggles people face in their roles, which fosters empathy and broadens your horizons. Beat reflects on life's essence. Hemingway focuses on the essential values hidden beneath life's surface. His characters often face extreme circumstances, where courage, dignity, and perseverance are tested. Reading these stories encourages you to ask yourself, what values am I pursuing in life? And what truly matters? It teaches you to simplify complex problems and focus on core elements. C. Appreciates the power and beauty of writing. Hemingway's concise yet profound style offers insights into effective communication. By removing superfluous words and focusing on the essentials, his method teaches you that sometimes silence or restrained expression can have greater impact. This extends beyond writing skills, offering insight into clear and meaningful communication in everyday life. D. Discovers inner strength. Hemingway's characters are often lonely and wounded yet refuse to give up. They silently accept their destinies or seek small hopes amid despair. This mirrors our lives. When we face unexpected hardships, recalling Hemingway's characters' resilience can help us find our inner strength and courage to rise again. E. Reveals the joy of reading. Most importantly, this book will show you that reading is not a boring or difficult endeavor. Hemingway's short stories are short and easy to read, leaving a clear message and a powerful aftertaste. As you read each story, you'll soon find yourself deeply immersed, sharing joy and sorrow with the characters and discovering new insights. This is the greatest gift reading provides. 4. How to approach this reading. For those unfamiliar with reading, a few tips may help. 1. Don't try to understand everything at once. There's no need to feel compelled to grasp every meaning as you read. Simply follow the story's flow and feel the characters' emotions. While it may feel unfamiliar at first, repeated readings or discussions with others can uncover new meanings. 2. Look up what interests you. If you come across unfamiliar words or background knowledge, don't hesitate to use smartphones or the internet to explore further. The process of following your curiosity is itself a delightful way to build knowledge. 3. Mark parts that resonate. Highlight or note sentences that impress you or spark thoughts. When you revisit the book later, these marked sections will jog your memory and encourage deeper reflection. 4. Focus on your own thoughts and feelings. Rather than focusing on the author's intent, consider the emotions and thoughts you experience from the story. Reading is a conversation between author and reader, and discovering your own meaning is the most valuable experience. Conclusion. Dear readers, knowledge and culture are not beyond a high wall. They can begin with just one book in your hands. Hemingway's short stories collection offers not only engaging tales but also profound insights into life's truths and the essence of human existence. His concise yet powerful prose will serve as an excellent compass guiding you into the world of reading. Through this book, you'll learn not to lose courage amid life's hardships and gain the wisdom to find your own light amidst loneliness. Most importantly, you'll directly experience the intellectual joy and emotional fulfillment that reading brings. Don't hesitate, open Hemingway's short stories collection right now. With each page you turn, you'll discover new worlds and awaken potentials lying dormant within you. I invite you to begin this beautiful journey of reading.